Hello and welcome to our podcast From Fear to Faith. My name is Doris. I'm from Germany and I am here with,
Gunilla Henrikson from Sweden.
yeah, so um, I will have a discussion with Gunilla about episodes in our life where we realized that choosing faith is so much more helpful and fun than staying with a fear. So, Gunilla, we know each other already for some time. And when I first heard about your challenges with traveling, I felt like, oh my God, what's going on? So maybe you would like to take us through this interesting episode of in your life?
Yes. Yeah, when I was little or in my teenager, I traveled a lot, from Sweden to the States to China, everywhere. And then I went through challenging relationship, and I also got post-traumatic stress syndrome, and I was a single mom for many years with two sons. And I had a lot of anxiety, and it was like no way I could go traveling, far away again in my mind. It was like I was so afraid of everything and also leaving my sons and the responsibility and stuff. But I managed to work with my mindset, with my thoughts, the feelings. And after doing this with consistency and repetition, going through human instrument mastery program, uh, one day, actually like 1.5 years ago, I went to the Caribbean.
Ooh,
Yes, and
how
it
cool
was,
is that?
yeah, and I managed, and I mean, it was a certain moments I felt the fear coming, but then I shifted, and I was so happy. I loved it.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I'm so happy for you. And how long did you stay there?
I stayed there for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was,
Wow.
I'm so, so happy I managed to have take a leap of faith.
How wonderful. Yeah. And you mentioned the human instrument
Yeah.
uh, mastery. So that is, of course, I know it because I went through it as well. So it's a very structured program, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But what exactly did you do to overcome the fear? What helped you to change your mind?
I was every single day I was writing, negative thoughts to change them to positive thoughts,
Uh-huh.
affirmations, and also doing meditations every single day to I saw myself, traveling and without fear, and felt how it felt like. So it was like I was already there before I went there. Uh, and as soon as I got a negative thought or feeling, I mean,
Mm.
feelings are not negative, but when I had a feeling of fear, I said, "Stop! I can handle this."
Yeah.
And doing
Wow.
this, over and over again, and just now I do it. I go,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I could handle it.
And you said you saw yourself
Yeah.
in that great situation,
Yeah, I saw
traveling.
myself in the Caribbean. I saw it.
Mm,
I saw myself on the plane, and how happy I was being
mm,
there
mm,
and
mm, mm, mm,
traveling.
mm, mm.
So definitely, you can do a lot of things. And I also realized I had an addiction to fear,
Yeah.
because when you go through different trauma, you can get addicted, but you can also stop being addicted to, different emotions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy and
Yeah.
yeah, proud of myself.
Yeah, I think that you can really be.
Yes.
Wow. So when is the next travel?
Within half a year, I go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. With my
Great.
business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay,
that's
now I am curious to hear about you, Doris.
Mhm.
You told me about your eyes. You had problems, some issues with your eyes.
Yeah, so I also took a leap of faith, you could say, and that is like, yeah, half a year ago, um, that I finally was ready, and I took that leap of faith to get my eyes operated, so both eyes simultaneously. Um, and that was because I had suffered um, for cataract. So this is a eye disease where you lose. It's like it gets a bit foggy, so the vision gets foggy, and yeah, so that happens over time. So in the beginning, you don't realize it. And I went and wanted to buy new glasses, and then we realized that that probably will not help anymore. Yeah, and I was really, yeah, I went through a lot of fear. So what will I lose my sight? What will happen? And oh my God. So I have to do something about it. Yeah, and then I mean it you can say it's a standard surgery, but I could not imagine myself lying there and then seeing how the doctors treat the eye. So for me it was clear it needs to be done um, when I am not conscious. Yeah, so I need to have an anesthetist. So, but I moved from Germany to Denmark 4 years ago, and here in Denmark, of course, they care very good for the patients, but they also go for economy of scale. So if you have if you go and need to have a surgery with an anesthetist, yeah, then because it's dangerous for the patient and it is expensive, then they just said, yeah, we do it only if you do both eyes together. Yeah, and in Germany, they would not do that because, yeah, you never know if a surgery goes well or if anything happens. Yeah. And here they just do it then. And then I said, yeah, and I was struggling for, you could say, almost a year. Should I do it or not? And then last summer, I was on vacation with my husband. We have a camper van, and it was first time after 15 years that I went back to the Tuscany. This is a landscape I really, really love. And it was so beautiful. Yeah. But I was so blind. I could not really enjoy the travel. And it was even dangerous to drive. So my husband was driving most of the time, although I usually really enjoy it. Yeah. And that really was, you could say, the final droplet, yeah, the final piece to really bring me to the decision. Yeah, now I take the leap of faith and I just let do it. Yeah. And from that on, it was like I surrendered. Yeah. So I gave up on any fear
Yeah.
and I just felt, yeah. And as you mentioned, you had these future feelings. I imagined myself standing at the steering wheel of a sailing yacht
Mm,
because that is what we did previously
mm,
and what I really love. And then you have to have good eyes. You have to have good vision.
mm,
So I saw myself standing at that steering wheel and feeling. So what we, for example, also do in NLP, in neuro-linguistic programming,
Mm.
I feel what I can feel. I see what I can feel in that situation. I
Mm.
smell. So
Yeah.
I smelled the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard the birds singing
Yes.
and the wind in the sails. So it was with all my senses and with all the emotions that you have in that moment, and that is like the future identity. So
Mm.
I was standing there as the steering woman,
Yeah.
yeah, the captain of the
Yeah.
boat, and that was this identity shift that I had then. And here also this, as you said, working on your mindset, but it's really deep. Yeah,
Mm.
so surrender, give up, has really a lot to do with, it's more than hope,
Mm.
it's the security, it's knowing
Mm.
everything will go right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is faith. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
really, I know everything will be perfect, and I will be again the captain of the boat, the
Mm.
captain of my life.
Mm.
Yeah, and that really changed a lot in me. And also after the surgery, everything went well. And
Yeah.
2 days later, I could see again, and
Whoa.
I could see, believe it, my vision is now better than for the last 40 years.
Wow. It's amazing. Oh, what I mean,
It
that's
is.
really, like you say, a leap of faith, and
Yeah.
that is wonderful, Doris. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like you say, with NLP, we actually do that in, since I'm practicing Qigong every day and I'm a Qigong teacher, instructor, that's also what we do there. So it's yeah,
Yeah.
this, you see yourself being healthy or whatever, and you feel it, you hear and smell and taste and all this. Yeah, so it's
Yeah. 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 It's all in your mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Great.
wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thank you for
sharing.
sharing. Yeah. Yeah, and Gunilla, we said already we want to continue with that podcast because there are many more things to share.
Mm.
So from both of our life experiences, but we also have coaching clients that we mentor, and they are sharing their personal development episodes with us.
Mm.
So of course we will not talk about names, but just to give encouraging examples, we will from time to time also include not only ourselves, but also speak about other people's experiences, and we hope that that will encourage others. So thank you for all who have listened to this episode. And if that was kind of inspiring for you, we hope to see you again. So please follow us. And yeah, so goodbye today from Doris.
And Gunilla. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
bye bye.
Bye.